The following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Let me see who is currently being stabbed by the bandits that snuck up on you while you didn't have a watch set.
No.
Okay, I won't do that.
That's
then.
not how it
I'll
is.
just decide.
Well, we're awake at the moment doing work, so...
No, that's over.
Oh, that's over.
Oh, yeah. I am not going to dwell on boring, silly work that you're doing. We're in fact going to start with we're going to start with Sulin of the Kasada Goshan. So, there are a number of men looking at you gormlessly as you feather the ground around a stump.
Is any of them snickering or making mixed comments about not being able to hit it?
No, not you can see.
I will try and listen and see if anyone's making a comment about my poor roll of one.
You're awesome.
First roll of night to one.
That
Get it out the way.
Gonna be a good night.
That bodes so very well for the rest of the night.
It does.
I drink to your one and my victory.
Considering I don't think I rolled once, actually. Doesn't matter for me.
Well, some character classes have to roll more than others.
Yeah, see the out from the rogue at the end of the table.
I will just quickly nip over to my locations and nations folder, which I should have had open, I realise, yes, but I do not. Oh, they will. Believe me. Ah, Jack Faber, that's his name.
Jack Faber, yeah?
We've established that. Well, we're down to a last arrow, and I'm seeing a decidedly unfeathered stump yonder.
Well, you can hit it. Then I guess go ahead. But
All right, give me your weakest point there, you silly woman, you. He sticks the arrow in the ground, takes up an elaborate kneeling stance, puts the arrow, knocks the bow in one fluid motion, draws it back, fires it off, and it flies straight and true into the side of the tavern, about 5 feet away, where it bounces off.
Oh, wow. Didn't even penetrate the wood. The stone.
Alright, so the string's a little damp, to be fair.
so if I can drive this bow out and retrieve all the arrows.
One of the old lumpy potato-shaped men sitting down a bit spits into the fire. Little campfire out back. He's like, can't try out a bowstring. Gotta have a new one. Right, one of these in this little bag that came with a bow. Jack looks at him and he says, Garn, why didn't you tell me you had the fresh strings? Well, you never asked, Captain. Never asked. Also, I always paid for them out of my own pocket. That's a good silver shilling that was worth. Right, never drop the metal dice through the tower. Good point. Only wood, and they're made of gold. Well, copper and gold. Right. That'll be 5 coppers, and if it was a penny. He tosses the bag over to the old man. Well, so, just looks over at the stump with a little group of arrows around it. He's like, So, how are your moving targets with a dry string?
We'll have to see.
I'm minded to offer you the job. We'll be going out, marking some trees, cutting a few down, taking some samplings. It's a fair ways away from town and this time of year in this country. Your job is to make sure we all come back in one piece with all of our bits inside. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we'll be a mite busy. For this job, I'm willing to loan you, Marnie, a set of armor. Well, I say armor, but really it's a leather jerkin and you'll have to make do. Aye? It's for a man. And what do you say to 1 copper a week?
How many men am I protecting?
Just these 4 here. They're the ones grinning at each other and trying to suppress sniggers.
How about a copper a day and I keep the boat?
Oh. I've heard your kind drives hard prices to a poor woodsman in a horribly cursed country with 9 wee innocent babies to feed.
I'll see you later then.
Hang on. You have me over a barrel and you know it. A barrel that I rolled a 34. Okay. A copper a day. You can keep the bow. Payable at the end of the week. Providing you keeps us all safe from the woodland creatures, bandits, and whatever else. Do we have a bargain? So it is agreed under the light.
Oh,
We will assemble outside the well in the morning. Sun up, we leave. Aye?
yes.
Aye. And you are?
Sulin of Tango.
Gosh. Well, don't die in your sleep then.
Yeah, you always find shade. I'll go retrieve all the arrows.
Gives you a trouble plug. Right, so you make it back to the bar. Well, you slip through the night.
I'm getting up the road farm because I was put on.
Right, so you will meet up on the road because I like convenience and that's how it always works in the stories. Shut up, William C. Dietz. Yes, it does. What's he doing? Apparently nothing. Standard temple. Yeah, so you were heading down the Merry Road and you were joined on the road by a Goshen. Her walking tits.
Whoa! Whoa, fuck sixes.
Start reading that from now, man. You sound like me.
Wow.
You feeling better now? Where did you sleep last night? In a bar. Oh, you found shelter. And food. I'm off to This is McGregor's. I'll just have to you. I have a job to earn some money to try and get my gear back. No, but I'm hoping with spending a bit of time I might get a lead. But to get a lead we need money, to get money we need to work. I would not know, hadn't been in this land for long. How much do you think? Oh, we'll go find the men, and we'll see what your idea is. You're not there, you don't know!
Please don't.
Okay, so you could get back to the farm whenever you wish. Right, so sorry, Cephiro, what were you doing today? You'd woken up, said your prayers.
I was currently mending a fence last we were.
Right. So the first thing you'll probably encounter is there's this yokel in a tunic. You've met him before. He's a monk apparently, and he's rather effectively cropping.
Ah, so he hit the side out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like sizing the sort of paddock I'm currently.
Indeed.
Yes, I remember him from before. He's doing a fairly good job from what I can tell.
Oh yeah, from your expert point of view, he's doing. It looks right. Yeah.
How far away from me is he when I'm doing
Maybe in the middle of the field.
I'll be up the edge, I suppose. How big is this field? I'm guessing not too large. So if I called out, he'd be able to easily
Of course,
hear me.
yes.
I don't suppose you know where the women are?
That being said, there they are.
I think I see them over there.
I'll look over where he's pointing.
Hey women, meet the men. Men.
Please, I could have 80s rock music playing what I'm doing. Strong as I am.
That's a really gay song.
I know, but it's so manly.
It's-
It's
Father, look into my eyes, see me as I really am. It's a song about coming out to your parents that the filmmakers of Red Dragon did not know was a gay song.
Anyway, I will call out. Ladies, a moment of your time if you're not too busy.
The blowhard's calling for you. I'm not trying to make anything pejorative or anything, I'm just saying.
I'll approach.
Different blowhard.
I would speak with all of you at your first earliest convenience about an incident yesterday.
Oh yeah, that was a really strong sleep spell. I don't think I've seen a sleep spell that's strong before.
You seen one before at all?
No. That's why it was so strong.
It seems to me that, I don't know, some of you may have it in your heads that you want to hunt down the fellows who took our honour and gear, yes, as quickly as possible.
I just want to my rub back, but apparently we at least out there.
just say that it would be foolhardy to rush in too early. We were not prepared for them when we had everything, and now we have nothing. It would be certain death to just rush in. Right now, we would be but an acorn that they could crush. But if we join together and we plant that acorn, we could become a mighty oak that could take them on. But it takes time and patience.
Just before acorns that they crush.
Not if we go in too quickly. That is the point. We must gather our resources. We must get better gear than we had before. We must train. And then we will hunt down the brigands and take back what is ours. What say you?
Okay. I'm not sure.
I agree, we do need to get a bit more information on these bandits,
That is true as well.
gear and resources. At this moment we have nothing.
Exactly.
Slowly we will get back to them because revenge is a dish best served cold.
And justice is best served with a hammer.
But mainly getting our stuff back is a good deal.
Yes, well, our stuff didn't stop them before,
But
so we need better stuff. At least equipment, armor, weapons,
how long do you think it will take us?
information.
I have picked up a job protecting the woodsmen in this area. I'm hoping to glean some information out of them while I'm protecting them.
That is good. It is a good start. I admire your straightforwardness and headstrongness in this matter. To answer your question, Lady Mara, it will probably take a while. We live in what is probably a very poor place, and weapons and armor are not cheap. I doubt the people here will be able to pay us too much. We will probably have to eventually head away from this area to places of better opportunity. You were going to the capital, were you not, anyway?
Yes.
I would imagine more opportunity would be found there, and then perhaps we could return to this place later
How much
when
do
we
you
are more
think
prepared.
It is for us to level up.
Sorry, how far?
much do you think it is for us to travel to Cape
How much?
Town?
What distance, or you mean how much would it?
Coin.
Coin? Well, we just have to make our own way there somehow. Be it on foot, with enough supplies. I think that's the key. We need to get enough coin or enough supplies here to allow us to survive a trip to the capital, where we can get higher paying jobs, better equipment, and then we return and strike at the brigand. But Lady Sulin here is also correct. We need more information, so before we leave for the capital, we should find out about as much about these fellows as we can.
Who here, if you just want to, if you don't want anyone else to know, feel free to remain silent and let me know later, has the lucky trait? And who here has the
Oh!
trait?
I've got that one!
Ah, good, right.
Are those mutually exclusive?
Actually,
You could
you
have
can,
both.
you can have a shit ton of fun by taking a character with both of them.
Oh, okay.
Because of the way they work, they don't cancel each other out.
Yeah. Probably kind of like these, I guess.
Think of it like living the life of Malcolm Reynolds.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense, yeah. Well,
What a sweet job! The poor orphan children.
well, that was a day, as he sits there naked.
Yeah.
So I suppose what I'm ultimately asking is that we form an ultimate alliance. I think we are greater in numbers than we are alone. And they have wronged all of us.
At this moment, our goals align. So I agree.
I never had a friend before.
Was that an in character? Oh gosh. Nice.
Well, we'll work together as allies for now. Perhaps friendship and camaraderie may come later down the track.
Very well then. I name you the champions of your. No.
As such, I also offer my services to anybody who would request them. And not only in our mutual goal, but any other personal matters you may have.
From your knowledge of mainlanders, you would know him as a gigolo or male prostitute.
I noticed that,
No,
yeah.
I'm joking. Do not take that as in character advice at all.
What?
If she reads me, she will know that I am just being sincere and that it's not being sexual.
Wait, no one made no rolls to read you.
I'm just, if there's anything I can do to assist you with your current task?
Though, unless you can use an axe or a bow.
I could use an axe to chop down a tree. Or cut firewood.
When I go and approach him tomorrow morning, you may come with me if you wish.
I'll cut down trees.
I'm going to look at his arms to see.
Okay, you look at his arm. This gentleman, though not too much younger than yourself, has obviously done physical labor.
Then I will not snicker or...
No, well, you shouldn't. One of the advantages of being what you are is that no one can laugh at the skinny-wristed mage.
Yeah. Is there anything I can help you with, Lady Mara? I take it you slept well last night? I did not realize until we were already at the farm that you were not with us yesterday.
While you're talking, you hear a bizarre cock crow again. The same one that woke you.
What time is it? Well, you know,
I look at
roughly
this one.
speaking.
The current time, the sky seems to be clearing up, strangely. The weather seems to be improving. And I quickly look for the time of the chart. There you are. I know you're playing music and that makes it hard for you to load anything else HP, but seriously get lit up. It is just coming up to tierce,
So in other words...
which is the halfway between dawn and noon.
Yeah, so it would be unusual for a coded crow to usually...
It's not a crow, it's a
Cockerel,
cockerel.
anyway. Sorry. To crow, I mean, for it to crow at this time of day.
An old lady McGregor comes out of the house. From far away, she's like,
I'm not paying you to stand around, young man.
"Get back to work."
Actually, I'm not paying you at all.
I'll return to hammering as fixing the fence as well.
If you, I mean, for me, I'll survey this area and see what the lay of the land around this place is.
Some scouting, good. That would be most fortuitous.
We always find shade and water. Quite a lot.
Okay.
May toll guide your steps.
Before you leave, I'll ask what you want.
Do you know anything about setting snares and following tracks? Or
Hang on.
see what we can find. I'm guessing it's a forestry area. It's not the same sort of farm like, for example, Rand's farm, which had.
Quite, actually, that is the
example.
if you were able to see the district map, it would be suspiciously similar.
I was envisioning that anyway, so it's probably a good thing.
I'm not real good when it comes to mapping, so I use whatever resources I can get, and I make no apologies for it. It's not like I'm getting paid for this. As you're passing the farmhouse out towards the forested region, old Lady McGregor cautions you. She says, "You be careful out there. There's all kinds of queer creatures and strange people this time of year. Oh, it's gonna be a bad."
It is fine with Mistress. We'll see what you have around the area.
Get in.
Maybe always been shaving more, but see what.
So the two young ladies head off into the forest,
Yes.
leaving the brave, powerful men
At home.
at home.
The fun work. I don't see a problem with that, do you? No.
Don't worry, Ken, this doesn't affect your manhood.
I never even thought of it like that.
I'm better at this than that.
So, you both set out arranging. Give me your tracking rolls to see what you can learn about the area. In Detroit, motherfuckers.
3!
It's okay, we can wait.
5.
I can't imagine either of you has a stat that low, so even with the bonuses from the tracking skill and the other skill, are there any other rolls you wish to make, either of you, while you're doing this? Because those are both successes.
I'm also looking for gear to make snares and traps and nice.
There are all kinds of bendable branches, berries, leaves and things, so you can gather up a supply enough to make some decent snares.
I would like to do that.
Right.
Steering into the ground, making sure not to trip or fall or
And any other ways to increase your dirtiness. I understand. You are successful in that. The ground is pliable but dry for the most part. You will find tracks of men and animals, paw prints that could belong to dog or wolf. You will find traces of bird.
collect the feathers.
What feathers you can find, you may do so. You will find marks made by obvious man-made marks on trees, little symbols.
Do I recognise these symbols?
Yes, you do. You don't.
Sure.
I'm very sure. I'm absolutely sure. You only recognise them because you've seen them before. It's according to your background. find the carcass of an animal. A large, shaggy grey wolf appears to have been ripped open from the throat at the side, all the way down the side of its body to its anus. And it doesn't look like it's been eaten or disturbed in any way, it just looks like it's been sort of, probably, you both got really good rolls, so probably no weapon did this, it was probably like a claw or a...
What other tracks are around it then?
roll. The area is highly disturbed. You will need to have the full tracking skill.
14 on a full tracking skill.
Good. Right. You get a natural 20?
No, I can't.
14. Okay. There are unusual prints around it. There's paws, paw marks, big ones, like the size of a human footprint, but paw-like in nature.
I'll point these out to you.
And there are also, sort of around the sort of clearing area, there are some gouges in the ground like big claws. I've ripped into it. But to complete your picture, you are in an evergreen forest. Nice, healthy boles extend up to a sort of moderate level, single canopied environment. The trees are fairly tightly spaced for the most part, but there are odd patches of clearings. It looks like any given 15 square yards cut out of Tolkien's backyard.
Yep. This wolf,
Yeah.
from what I can see without investigating, does it look like something was removed?
No, it looks like a dead wolf.
Just a dead wolf. Just one that's been eviscerated. Does the wolf look quite strong? Would it have been strong and powerful at its time?
Oh yeah. This would have been killed this morning. There's blood all over the immediate area around it. It looks like a healthy male grey wolf with no obvious disabilities.
So we could eat.
You probably could.
No.
No.
It finds 2 strong sticks.
To what?
Strong sticks.
Plenty.
Stick it inside and check it out, but not touch it, keep it kind of a bit of distance.
You do that. Intestines spill out.
Oh,
You thought it smelled bad on the outside.
Oh yeah.
You don't need to, like if say you were playing The Witcher, you would need to have researched wolves in order to determine this, but because you're a normal person who understands things without having to be fucking told in a little book, you would know that most things that are alive and need a heart, and this doesn't have one. It has been removed. Fuck you, Witcher.
That would be 1 because the others didn't have
I've only played the first one.
It's a lot of effort to remove a heart.
especially like clean ones.
Yes, in fact, you will notice if you want to examine it closer,
Yes.
you don't have to roll.
Yes.
The usual plumbing leading to the heart has been neatly cut with a precision. It would have to have been with a blade of some sort.
I'll can you tell me this?
Yeah.
Right, I'll
We'll wait.
I'll you never wanted darling.
Can you tell they're married?
She set me up to do jobs, so of course. What was I going to say? I was going to say, I'll now look to see if there's any prints of men, because we knew that there was none beforehand, but
Yeah, the ground is too disturbed for you to make out anything distinct.
well, then I'll step one more barrier out.
Looks like prints, animals, that sort of thing.
There's only animals up to this point and air footprints.
Yes. Almost as though one of you had been out here in the night, perhaps. No. One, two sets of prints.
From what I can see is we're arrived here, air prints, then there's the beast that's killed this beast. There is no other human-like prints. We may wish to keep a vigil on possibly.
So let's go back to the farm while you two ruminate about this. You're beating on your fence, and you're reaping. Okay, so Captain Hammer and the Reapist are just gonna do their jobs. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Pretty
guys.
much. I mean, I'll look around now and then, just because it's can do that when you're hammering. But
One of the times you look around, you'll see a dark rider on the road. Even though there's a fairly decent breeze, his cloak doesn't move. But next time you look back, he was gone.
And it was gone.
I just got this tunic.
I love how your response is to laugh.
My response is to almost shit myself.
If I was a player, I'd be shitting myself too, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise your day's going to pass uneventfully. So yeah, we'll go back to you guys who are doing things that are interesting. Okay, they're basically arranging for food and shelter for you, so it's not completely.
No, I know.
I don't want to give that impression, but you're just not doing anything.
I knew that this
No,
was
I
fun.
get it.
Fun.
We're just doing, yeah.
I'll just cross back to you guys.
Well, I'll after this, I'll sit down, pray to the mother goddess,
Okay.
and then we'll move on. Because I go much further.
Right, let's get some more tracking out of you, and we'll finish your day off if we can.
17.
Ah, that's not so good.
No, it's not.
But you do have tracking, so. The forested areas, you finish your scout around. They look like they have a fair amount of wildlife in them, which is weird for an area so close to town and a lot of farms. There's also a lot of man track in the forested areas, which is unusual ever. Maybe it's because it's so close to town and people go a-hunting, but
Doesn't seem that way.
there's a lot of it. And you would also, you wouldn't actually, you might not know this, but one of you would be able to conclude that there was just a harvest season, so everyone would have been kind of nice and busy then, but that's been over for about a week.
She did mention it. Marguerite did mention
Okay,
it.
so yeah, so people wouldn't have a lot of free time on their hands.
Tavern Kate mentioned it as well.
Hmm?
Tavern Kate mentioned it as well.
Good luck. Paying attention, I like that. I like that a lot.
There was a lot of foot traffic through here.
What do you think that means?
Maybe they're trying to avoid the main roads, but you may have to watch this farm. Someone may be looking to try and take it. After what the innkeeper and all them was saying, that she's not doing too well out here, someone might be encouraging it not to do too well.
I think we should check the forest one more time.
We can check it tomorrow.
Alright. Is it still recording?
Looks well, it's still going.
Yeah, it looks like it is. So,
Right then, if you'll
Yeah.
just set that back up and plump it.
Yeah. Yes, it said low battery. It's like, well, yeah.
One that did not like,
The batteries went out really quickly.
a little bit doesn't instantly come up, but still it goes dark and preserves itself.
normal computers do that. So,
Oh, really? Mine
Yeah.
just doesn't.
Yeah, no, then
You can tell you set it up. Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I was going to say this piece of shit does maintain its battery condition.
That was what stuffed up the first record, not last one, but of that first Star Wars one we did it for, because it actually went into sleep mode and then we missed it, but in the middle.
yeah.
Right. The time it took you to complete a search of all the forested areas. Were you just searching around the farm or around Anfang town?
No, just around the farm.
Oh,
for a
okay.
start, Yep.
It would have taken, just to do one little patrol, it would have taken you from Tierce, when you left those clowns, to... would be halfway between Noon and Vespers. So you probably could do maybe one more loop before night.
And I'll agree, we can do one loop for night. I may do another one later on. See what the men say.
You really need to open
Right, roll your second loop.
Yeah. 18.
what a
You
nice
love
roll.
this in Star Wars a Mass Effect.
I'm just glad I've got tracking, which gives me that little bit more
It is +2, isn't it?
Yeah.
On top of which stat?
Uh,
I like making people look up stuff now. So anyway, let's get back to the game.
Sorry.
Now, I think the last thing before we had our small break was I was going to get these two to roll some tracking to do the second loop around.
Yeah, they hadn't done that yet. And they still haven't.
15?
I'll give it to you.
Steven.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Together, you finish every second and you find orc sign,
Which,
distinctive orc sign.
heading towards.
You'll find a few fragmentary bones from a traditional orc shaman necklace. You wouldn't know that. You'll find a few bones and some odd prints that you would associate with orc. A small group, like about 3 maybe,
Heading towards the farmlet or away?
away.
It's fine.
Oh, so you need to
That's
take
right.
care of your
Which is,
medication. Yeah, okay, you're doing that?
yeah, I'm sorting it out.
Cool.
He's not, because I don't want to warn the chat improvement, because I don't like him, and I think he's mean.
I agree. What I will do is I'll set some snares and traps and
At this point, it is getting close to Vespers.
if you want to head back to the farmlet and warn the men, and maybe one of them can.
I'm not doing anything.
No, they've been working on the farm to earn us food. It's alright.
Yeah, Vespers is pretty close. The sun is almost touching the horizon. No, Vespers is the traditional referenced for sunset. Actually, all of the times of day terms that I've taken are historically accurate Earth times from the early medieval period. I may be mispronouncing them horribly. We should take our longboat and go pillaging. For some reason, I feel like going a Viking for some reason. So, as the sun goes down, you hear the weird cock crow again. An old lady, McGregor, comes bustling out, and waves you in. Come get cleaned up for slops.
I will pick up the whatever it was the nails were in and
Right.
head that way.
Yeah. You guys go in. You guys arrive back just after they go in.
Welcome.
I'll approach the door and knock.
There's a knock at the door. Old Lady McGregor abandons her pot and waddles over to the door. She gets a pitchfork from behind the door, and as she takes it away, there's a walking staff you can see behind her as well. It also disturbs one of the cobwebs that seem to festoon the upper reaches, like where she can't quite reach up to dust, maybe. And she moves the bucket of water aside that was holding the door shut. She's like,
Who is it?
It is I, Sulin of Klangoshi, Roof Mistress. May we enter?
"'Tis only." Yeah. She puts the pitchfork back, and opens the door.
You have leave to enter.
We
Water and shade will be found for you. I mean, come in.
cannot stay for long. We must go warn the town of the Orc presence.
Orc
Nonsense.
presence.
Nonsense.
This Orc presence.
Have a seat. Get some food in you first. You get nowhere on an empty stomach.
Just put it on the table.
Have we already eaten? Or?
No, it was just a come in.
We'll have a small meal, then we'll double time it to the town. It is heading away, so
You'll have to be. Back soon.
She ladles out some bowls, sets them on the table.
Oh, how many orc? Away or towards?
away.
Hmm. I don't think there'll be much trouble. There's a lot of farm hands around with free time. Yeah. Everyone goes armed. Yeah. I can probably wait for the morning. It's bad to go at night.
Yes, especially with what we found out there. While on our first circuit, we found a wolf that had been eviscerated from one end to the other
Oh dear.
by a large beast, and then it had its heart surgically removed.
Oh really? How highly unusual that is.
It is, especially since there was no other footprints but our own.
Oh, you won't find them. Sounds
Them?
like an animal did it. Yes, that's what it will be.
Why would an animal just kill it and leave it there except for one vital organ?
Can't have been an
Territorial
animal.
disputes?
Not with the removal of the heart.
Animals aren't that smart.
Oh, aren't they? Aren't they, young fellow lad?
She's acting suspicious.
She's a werewolf.
13.
Good for you.
I don't know what the check
She
actually
knows
is.
more
Guessing
than she's
wisdom.
letting on.
My old Tom used to say there was nothing so clever as an animal. They know what they are.
What do you know?
Oh, many things in my life that I learned. When you're the old woman with the farm closest to town, you have a lot of visitors. Visitors that help you keep the farm going.
Yes, but what do you know of the surrounding area and what kind of creatures could do that to a wolf?
Only one creature does that to a wolf, young man. Man. The most dangerous. creature before. Except the Draco Lich, of course.
The what?
It's a dragon that's also a lich. A young man told me about them once.
So at least 3 orcs are patrolling around this area.
Yes, and there is a lot of traffic around the edges of the farm.
So you found orc trap?
Bandits.
Bandits and men. There's just a lot of.
Also a high count of wildlife, which
Mm.
is quite unusual.
Bad time. It's a kind of kingdom is cursed, you know.
Wait, so there's a lot of wildlife hanging around the same place that the wolf was killed?
Yes.
Wouldn't that indicate something dangerous is there? Wouldn't wildlife traditionally wander away
You'd
from?
assume so too, but that's the odd thing.
I trust that you don't mind taking in an extra. She was supposed to be with us last night, but
Oh, yes, yes. Bo told me there was a young lady around looking at the forge. Blacksmith in town, Bo, my young boy.
oh, he's your son.
My young boy,
It's very lovely. My name is Mara. Thank you so much.
isn't it? I knew it, Lady told Mara, but she stopped in here with a young orphan and an elf and a big, big man. They were heading to Gorzom, I think. Oh, that was before Vermania took it over. Now there's nothing there but nuts. Nuts and tobacco.
What's wrong with nuts?
Oh, nothing. Nothing wrong.
So, after you, my lady.
I was just going to say, it can be quite prosperous. Such good. Hates walks from that place.
If they saw a penny of it, I'll be surprised. That'll all go to the Archduke in Blurmania. Blurmania. They do things like that, I'm told. Do everything when you're the old woman in a farm near the town. Anyway, you should finish your gruel.
Are orcs normally a problem in this area?
Oh no, they've never been a problem. You don't see them down this far, you see. Orcs are for other places. You don't see them here.
You've never seen orcs in the area.
No, not since the Orc Wars, of course.
That you were around for the orc wars?
I was a young girl, but yes. Was it the Orc Wars?
What was the orc wars?
Must have been close to 100 years ago now, at least.
What's the temperature like in the house?
Really warm. There's a fire going.
What's in the blanket, do you know?
There's a bed against one wall and it has a blanket on it. Spot check.
Just her, I'm guessing?
She's handling the blanket.
8.
That's pretty low.
Nine.
Oh. Is it? Oh, sorry. 9.
That's pretty low. I'm assuming it's lower than your wisdom.
Yes.
It'd have to be, wouldn't it? I mean, who has average stats at this table? I mean, it would be a shame, like someone who really enjoyed min-maxing has just average stat. Right, don't snigger. Average stats can be a lot of fun.
No, I'm just moving things away from me.
I just find it ironic and hilarious. Yeah, the blanket is faded and old and worn in places, but it seems to have at one time been fairly well made, and it has a sort of gentle cursive script stitched all around the border of it, and what looks like a sort of greyish silver thread. It's Elven, which, you know, equals rare as fuck. Can you read Elven?
Depends.
The adult undergarments that stop you peeing your
I
pants?
didn't want to say.
And it does have, in each corner it does have a, just picked out in very, very faded thread. It looks like a sort of snake biting its tail.
I'll eat, of course.
Mm.
It is flavorless but nourishing.
I'll just look around for the interior of her cottage while I'm
It'll be
eating.
fairly easy. There's not much to see. There's a bed, a bedside table, a three-legged stool, four chairs that you're all occupying. They're crude, peasant, but sturdy. One table. There's a more comfortable sort of chair with armrests that she's sitting in. There's, hang on a moment. I would ask, have you spent any of your languages in it?
Oh,
How do you spin languages?
You
So I-
spend them when your character is being created,
Okay.
or you hold off on them, and if you want to learn a language, you find a book or someone who can tutor you in it, and then spend the proficiency to easily and quickly gain it.
I was just wondering, so I think I have a time to spin.
I think you do. But being what you are,
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't have any creation.
yeah. But you'll find it very easy to quickly pick up a couple of languages for some reason.
no.
Then that's probably how you would recognize it for what it. Do you want this back, or just put it here again? That's how you would recognize what it was. It's an older form. Those of you who are paying attention at the opening, it's what fire text was written in. So it's an older, high form, very formal, very old. While the basic same characters are being used for what you would call modern day Elvish, i.e. the last 900 years, this would date back, the way it's structured would, you, given what you've written here for me, you would know that that would date back to the Golden Age, days of the Imperium. So it's very old, very traditional writing. You don't recognize the symbol at all. To finish your description, there's a pitchfork behind the door, an old walking staff with a sort of twisty top. There's a bucket of water in front of the door. There's one and two shuttered windows, a lot of cobwebs up top. There's a sort of freestanding wardrobe or something, or shuttered armoire. That's like a cook pot over the fireplace, a poker for the hearth. That's pretty much it.
since the old lady's asleep now, I'll lean towards Sulin and I'll sort of say, I think despite our host's objections, perhaps warning the tower as soon as possible if there are orcs in the vicinity would still be a good idea.
That was my plan.
Good. You want assistance?
If you wish to follow.
Although that said, you have already brought up, sort of garnered some sort of a rapport with some of these people, whereas we have just been seen as filthy peasants who came in wearing nothing but nappies.
Like nappies.
Just a thought perhaps you would do better on your own, at least telling them, but I will escort you and if you wish.
If you wish to escort me.
Sorry.
Just tell me when you wish to leave and I shall accompany you.
I'm finished then. We'll make our way. We won't be long.
Is there a torch or anything nearby? I'm guessing it's getting dark now, or?
Yeah, there can be a torch. You'll find it probably propped up against the wall with a pitchfork and walking staff.
Put it in the fireplace and,
Lights.
and head off. Well, follow. Sulin.
Moon position, as in quarter, half.
Should be on your calendar. It isn't?
No, you got the
I could have sworn I put
Quarantine.
full moon and that on your sheet.
harvest festival, planting begins.
Oh, give me your calendar here.
Your whole thing.
That's important, so I can block it.
I sworn I put full moon and I didn't. I don't have any moon phases
No.
on these. Oh, I'm negligent. For starters, which moon?
Doesn't matter. Moon's light. Well, it does, but
It does matter. Okay, so the primary moon's Saluna. Okay, Saluna is actually really easy to work out. It takes 2 months to go through one cycle. So you are on Chahal the 18th night. So that is probably going to be...
I'm going to look around and see if I can see any like books or paper or anything.
there are not. You basically see the same things that he saw.
I thought if I was more specific it might have been, but that it just, you didn't say it to him because of...
Nope. There's no writing materials of any kind. Oh, sorry. There is something with writing on it, since you're looking. Her blanket does have writing around the edges. Not that you can read it. But you would have seen the exact kind of writing in some of Fabian's documents.
So I don't know what language it is.
He always said it was the pointies. Or them pointy-eared gets.
Was Lady Mara coming with us down? Or?
At night, I would suggest not going, but... Okay, so you two leave out into the darkness with your torch, letting everything within a mile radius know exactly where you are.
I'm sure we
Well,
did
if
this.
if the
The
moon
moon's
is casting enough
soon.
light, then it probably wouldn't.
No.
But in which case, I'd douse the torch and then put it back up.
Mm-hmm. About 20 minutes down the road, your eyes acclimatise to the gloom. She doesn't seem to care.
You must be hardy folk. You do not seem to shiver at this.
It's not cold. Man,
Suppose
is
that was
just
your-
so weak. Always complaining about the tough stuff.
I wasn't complaining. I was just observing. I need to get defensive.
sorry, I've been on the defensive since I've come to your land.
I understand it is strange and different.
Three,
4.
Perception.
You are not alone. There are many creatures who will not come out of the forest side of the wood side, but you are being paced. You see reflective eyes occasionally in the woods edge, looking out to the road.
Wolf size.
Further, at that height and higher, up amongst the branches. You at a 3, which is very, very close to your optimal, you are also aware that just back out of visual range, there are people on the road. They stop when you stop. There you are only able to hear their presence.
We have creatures tailing us on the sides, but there is others following us. They seem to stop when we stop. You notice why they keep stopping.
Which probably would if you do keep stopping.
I would stop these 2, maybe 3 times to see what happens. And
How many?
it's hard to tell at this distance. There's at least a couple
Positions?
behind us on the road.
I glance over my shoulder, but I won't turn around outright. The other shoulder.
You don't see anything. Perhaps the darkness is a little darker back there.
Do you think they mean us harm?
If they did, they would have approached us already. How far away from the phone? From the
You are halfway.
halfway.
One might almost say that this is the point of maximum aloneness you could possibly reach in an area.
If you wish, we can stop
Ahead
them.
there is a slight bend in the road that would be the perfect place for an ambush, if you were so inclined.
Can I see anything?
See lots of things.
Should signal an ambush.
Yeah, you do. Reflection amongst the trees will be made from a polished object, not an animal.
I'll stop and put my hand on his chest. Stop him straight away.
You're slightly aroused.
I will stop. Say something.
Yes. There's an ambush ahead.
Let me get my ominous music.
What could they possibly want from us? We already got ambushed yesterday and they took everything. Although you seem to have a bow again.
Where did you get that from?
That piece of rust.
No, that was
Yeah.
that was reappropriated.
Was it? I didn't realise that.
Think we should turn back.
You could try, but I'm guessing the ones behind us aren't going to let us.
Or should we just announce that we know that they're there, so they might as well do whatever it is they're going to do and get it over with?
We could do that. Drop our ability for surprise, though. I'm guessing they do know they can hear us because no matter how quiet we talk, sound travels really well like this. So if they do hear us, they should come out and show themselves because only cowards hide in the trees.
It is dishonourable to attack from the shadows without just announcing your intention to attack.
He's going to talk or just stand there and look silly.
Sometimes I need a little time to get something that I'm not prepared for.
Especially when we're being smart asses.
No, there's no response from anyone.
I can still see glint of the steel.
No.
No, faded back with it.
I can't see anything in the distance. I could try a perception check, but I'm assuming this is something that it's unique for you. No, not with that. That is a yeah, it is, yeah.
I did roll a ridiculous number though, so.
You don't see anything.
Well, we can return or continue. Do you look man size? I mean, the glint, the fire.
It's possible.
I do not wish to be touched by them. Perhaps we should circle around. And well, how wide is the scrub here?
The problem is it's the things in the bushes that are still there, waiting. They're still there, aren't they? Or as far as we can.
No, you can't see anything. And we're approaching.
Do you wish to continue?
Any idea how many there are up there?
I only could think of one. But if there's one, there's many.
Perhaps it would be safer to turn around for the structure then. There's no need to tempt fate. We can always warn them tomorrow, fresh light.
Today is a good day to die.
I prefer not dying at all. There's bravery and then there is foolhardiness.
Have it your way. We'll see you on another day.
So you turn around and head back up the road.
Yeah.
You
I'll
see
probably
a group
back a
of
couple
people on
bits.
horseback as you go up the road. They're wearing cloaks. Their armor makes noise as the horses clop forwards.
Coming towards, well,
Yes.
we're coming towards
There's
each
a
other.
group that was shadowing you, it seems.
Are they casually just, just kept the horses are just
As
walking?
you get within easy range, a shuttered lantern is open and you are bathed in light.
Close my eye.
Smart. Who goes there? Stand forth and answer.
It is I, Sulin of Clan Goshen.
And I, Cephiro, Paladin of Tor, at your service.
The lantern is shuttered again. There is some murmuring exchanged between what sound like a group of a few men. Finally, on is again. What business have you on this road after night?
We wish to enter the town to warn them of the orcs are found prowling the area.
Orcs?
Yes.
Down here?
Orcs.
Surely you jest.
Why would I jest about orcs? That is the folly.
This warrants some discussion. You will join us. We ride to town. Know that we are guardsmen, dispatched by Sir Lanark Aedrin to the town of Anfarn, under the command of the bailiff there.
You may wish to know there's a possible ambush up ahead.
We fear no such ambush.
Well, it's not really. an
Bandits
ambush
would
now.
have a hard meal to chew on our men.
Still, it is better to be ready than have half your men taken out by arrows before you even know.
To put to sleep by wizards.
The shatty figure on the front makes a gesture, and one of the men dismounts off the horse and runs off into the thicket to the side. We shall carry on the road if you will join us. Mistake me not for an invitation. So you ride to town.
Yep.
And it is incident free. you discover this is a group of about 10 men, ranging in sizes. They all bear basically the device of Merlin on their shields, wear the colours. You will notice most of them actually have the device of Count Stahl. You have heraldry, so I'm telling you this. Who is the Lord of Okowitz. Which does indeed identify them as officially belonging to the proper defenders of this realm.
Okay, so I don't need to do what I was possibly going to do. Thanks.
What, die?
Oh, I was possibly going to do a detect evil intent on these men, but
You can certainly still do that. Just because they're proper guardsmen does not mean they're not evil.
no, that's true.
I refer you to New York police officers.
Okay.
The- all lives matter. But I especially I break my own rule about third-party conversations here. I do especially love how you can be a black man who is injured and bleeding, running towards a police officer, screaming "police, police," and they will shoot you because they're afraid of you.
And then sue your family.
Yep.
Yeah, for the ambulance. Yeah.
Anyway,
Through the eye of Tor, Valnus is revealed to me.
that's nice. Yeah, a couple of them seem fairly evil. Low-level
Yeah.
personal avarice evil. Susceptible to the odd bribe, you might say. About that level. Their leader seems more evil.
I was actually going to ask him his
He
name.
seems more like the ends to justify the means.
What is your name, good fellow? Is that evil one?
By the rules, yes.
Yeah. Be like in form of lawful evil, I guess.
It's not the kind of evil you need to immediately attack if you're a paladin. There are
Mhm.
degrees. He's not like...
Don't be stupid.
Sorry, you were saying him?
What is your name, good fellow?
My name? I suppose you have earned that at least. I am Aaron.
No title or?
I'm a guardsman. I suppose you could call me Constable Aaron? Were I in a city?
I thank you for giving us safe passage to town.
You were fools to travel at night, especially with a woman.
Make no mistake, this woman is very capable.
I really? Perhaps we will have an opportunity to witness this. They say Malcolm keeps a good tavern, and the beds are warm. Is that an in-character gesture?
Someone who just does some...
So, have you arrived at the tavern? Malcolm greets them on the skip. Oh, I see you found those beggars.
Beggars. We have seen signs of orcs in the forests.
Aye, they make claim of this. I brought them here, bailiff, so that you could hear their charge.
Did you,
Oh.
just a question, did you end up picking up that necklace at all?
It was a necklace, was it?
Wasn't it?
I thought it was just
Bones,
Bones.
fragments.
Fragments from one, but
Yeah.
I realised that neither of them would
Yeah, yeah.
know that, so they don't know it's from a necklace. I
Yeah,
spoke
but
out of turn.
they knew the fragments were orc related, didn't they?
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
Yeah,
Did
we
you?
were taking
Did you?
some of
You okay?
Bone fragments.
That's all I wanted to know.
Well then, let's hear what you say.
I was to the direction. Let's do this farm.
That would be to the northeast.
Her farm.
Oh, how buttered.
Yep. On her farm, off to the whichever direction it was, the farm.
Yep.
We found signs of orcs.
I see. And you approve of this? Oh, you actually. Animal bones.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. I will, with your leave, Malcolm, I will send a few of my men to investigate this area in the morning. I do not think it overdue attention. You said that they were leaving anyway?
They were leaving, passing through, yes.
And you are a tracker, good sir?
No.
No, I was not there. I'm.
Ah, so there is only the word of the girl.
No, there's two of us.
Ah, you were with the tracker.
Both of us are trackers, yes.
See, very well.
She is from a tribe of Amazons. They are known for their tracking skills.
Ah, you learnt it from your father, no doubt. Very well. With your leave, Malcolm, I will send a few of my men to investigate in the morning.
God, she's rolling and not in a good way.
Oh, well, you certainly should send a few men to investigate their story. I wouldn't set much store there, right? Just beggars say all kinds of weird things.
We did run off that band of bandits that you said have been hassling people on the road. There was no trouble for my men at all, so I think perhaps you were exaggerating their prowess.
If you ran off those bandits, then they weren't those bandits. I tell you, they had casters with them.
We saw no evidence of this. But we will begin a patrol. However, tonight my men are weary and would require rest and other entertainments.
Well, you'll see to the table immediately if you'll stable your horses, good master.
We're done here, we should be trying to farm.
Hey, stay a while. Enjoy mead and company, and perhaps other entertainments. Wink.
Possibly not. The last man I met lost his head. And
I can see why.
I think she's referring to this head. Oh, so. Follow.
Then I wonder where he hid it. The men laugh. Taking you not seriously at all.
naturally, I wasn't expecting it. Not on these ones.
So, you walk back.
Did the safe travels count just for me or my dog too?
It wasn't safe, it was a good weather.
Good
I
weather.
thought it was good weather. I thought it was good.
Yeah, no, it's the whole thing.
Guys, don't get rained on. Yes.
Yeah! No rain!
It would have been helpful last
Didn't have an experience, did you?
You could not have afforded.
Yeah.
You couldn't have paid the barrels a toll. While it can be quite fun to do, I don't suggest making a habit of it. Right. You will make it back without too much in the way of interference.
Still tracked on the
So that
side.
means there's some.
It is about halfway between Compline and Mattins when you arrive.
What were these two up to while we were gone?
That's a good point. Let's cross back to you two. So, you're both alone in a cabin with a sleeping old woman.
It was blanketed.
Who's blanketed, yes. She seems to be resting a lot easier now.
No, that she's blanketed.
Yes, once you put the blanket on her, that she stopped, the laboured breathing stopped, the snoring stopped, and she pretty much stopped moving around.
Oh shit, she's dead.
Well, she's not breathing.
What?
Really?
Yeah,
She's not breathing.
not at all. Not that you can tell.
Um,
She pretty much stopped breathing the second you put the blanket
Oh
on
my
her.
god!
I have healing as a proficiency.
Good for
I
you.
attempt to make like a healing.
Got any herbs?
See if I can.
Have my He
I mean,
goes
like
to her
general
mouth
resuscitation
Yeah.
and stuff.
and see if I can feel a breath in my.
No, no breath.
Shit, take off the blanket.
She starts breathing again.
I love it. Yeah.
Put the blanket back on.
Stops breathing.
Take it off.
Breathing.
Put the blanket on
I-
again.
Struggles against the blanket.
Okay, she puts the blanket on you.
Yeah.
Okay, you're resisting that.
Yeah.
Opposed strength check.
Oh,
What's that? This is a.
You both roll your screen.
Closest to without going over.
Right. Ooh. I bust.
He busts, you win.
Unless she busts.
Unless
No, you already forfeit.
Yeah.
Sorry, you said it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the blanket goes on him and he just freezes in place.
Take it off.
You don't even notice that it went on. As far as you were concerned, you basically just sort of...
But she just like waved it like
You,
this.
you just went like that and you blinked. There was just this brief moment of darkness.
Explains a lot. Bugger.
What? It's just a blanket.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure it is.
Maybe you should leave that blanket alone.
Turn the blanket over.
Okay,
Put it on.
she stops breathing.
Try to get a blanket.
Really?
Well, wait, no, it's backwards, so she's breathing and the whole world stops.
The whole
Yeah.
world.
I was thinking about
No.
saying that. I thought no.
No, it's a little bit Hermaid than that.
Stop it.
I was just seeing its properties.
So, what are you doing? Off or off?
Off. I'm
Okay.
gonna kill the woman.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
You do realise you got it from her bed, right? She probably sleeps with it every night. So.
But that's what. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe it's just there because it's a gift.
A well-worn shirt.
Yeah, because it's old. Because if you've got something for over 900 years, it's going to be old, right? I mean, not old, but like worn.
So, what are you two doing?
I'm gonna go to the bar.
You go to the bar. So you leave the house. It's dark. There are animal noises.
Are there mice back?
Hmm?
Are there any mice in the barn again? Or?
No.
For the respect though.
Yeah.
The group of cultists look up as you enter.
Really?
No.
Oh.
They ignore
They
you
think you,
completely.
yeah, I was gonna say, I think their heads down.
No.
Carry on chanting.
You're fine. You're in the barn.
It's alright. You're alright here. Yeah. How are you?
So, you're back in the cabin with an old sleeping woman.
I will,
She wakes pretty much immediately.
We've all been murdered in our beds.
Oh, no, it's probably not good to sleep on this chair. It might hurt your legs.
How did I drift off again? I'm sorry, dear.
I'd like to ask about this blanket. I put it on you, but you stopped breathing.
Oh, nonsense. That's just my old blanket.
So you're fine to sleep with it? Oh, safe?
Of course, every night keeps me nice and warm. Oh, I've had this since such a long time. Such a long time. Yeah. My Tom was off at the wars, you see. And I had a young man stay with me. But he died of the whooping cops. And then Tom's grandfather, yes, came. He stayed until my Tom came back. He gave me this blanket.
Put it on her and she can
Okay.
kill him.
She stops breathing the second it goes on.
She said it was fine.
Yeah?
Okay.
So I don't know what it's.
So you're in the barn. You're just gonna go to sleep. Okay. You both arrive back. There's a girl asleep on the front of the fireplace. The old lady's asleep. There's no sign of the monk.
Okay.
Go on.
Does it look like she's in danger of like the fire? Like
No, it's
spitting.
in the fire.
No, I mean like spitting coals or anything
The
like
fire's
she's-
burnt low.
Seems like Lady Mara's all tired out. But it probably would be a good idea to get some sleep. You know about the orcs, assuming they believe you and take it seriously.
I'll look for more signs tomorrow when I'm protecting the woodsman.
You think it would be wise for one of us to keep a watch on the barn tonight?
Maybe an idea. Feel like I'll set first watch.
If you insist. If you can wake me halfway through the night, I will take over second watch.
It is halfway through the night.
Okay, halfway through the
Yeah, look,
what's left. The remaining night.
Okay. You guys go to sleep. Well, you go to sleep. And you
Say my prayers.
Yes. Excellent. Doing anything else besides that?
Well, I'll make sure if there was any little bit of grog left, there's some for scribbles.
Cool. I was going to wonder if you were going to feed the rat.
Just starts it on your shoulder while you eat in front of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I imagine if he wants, like, he'll just hop down and then just grab something to nibble on and get back up. But I will.
He
give
does
him
depart
something.
your body to shit, so
Yeah.
Does he though?
yes, he actually does. You've established that. The rat runs down and off, disappears for a short time and then comes back.